Okay, cool. We're good to go. Okay, so first I'm going to introduce myself. I am Mrs. Bishop. I've had some of you, I believe, in the past as students. My last name was Mrs. Tate. It is now Mrs. Bishop. And I have with me Mr. Parmentier.
Hello.
He's a dad, I'm a mom, so we thought it would be kind of cool to get a couple perspectives. Again, this meeting is pretty much just going over what the group is going to be about, things we'll go through, go over. It's a really laid back, relaxed atmosphere, so nothing, that you have to necessarily always respond or be at a certain place at a certain time, but we are going to do meetings every couple weeks or so. Depending on participation, we can do more if you guys want also. So again, I'm Mrs. Bishop. A couple things about myself. So I'm a mom. I have a 6-year-old daughter, Marley, and she's very sassy. And as you all know, they can be, how do you put it? They take up a lot of your time. They change your life dramatically. And I would have it no other way, but again, we're here to be honest and to support each other and to talk about things that we do go through. We can help each other out through that. So I've been through the newborn stage and every stage up until now. I also have 2 stepsons that are 13 and 16. I'm assuming most of you don't have older children yet, so we might not touch as much on that. But and Mr. Parmentier has a couple young boys too. He has Preston and Ethan, and they are
12 and 9.
12 and 9. So they're a little bit older too. But again, it wasn't that long ago when we had to go through all the young crazy parts. Okay, so why you should join. Or before we do that, in the chat box, and again, just a couple reminders, not that I think we're going to have an issue, but just make sure that you're respectful, make sure that you are just being respectful of everybody else when you're chatting. I don't mind like having side chat, but no, no judgments. Don't judge anybody. If you are going to give a tip or a suggestion, make sure that you are thinking about it before you submit it. And again, it's hard to tell tone through chat boxes. So I don't mind at all saying, oh, you know what, maybe try this. Just think of what your approach is if you have a suggestion. If you want to go ahead, type in if you're expecting or if you have children or a child and their ages. And if you want to put their first name, that's fine too. If not, that's okay. Totally up to you. And if you do not have children, you're more than welcome to stay and hang out and join in with us. But again, this is pretty much, we're just going to go over juggling school and children and babies and how to prepare to become a parent if you're expecting, and different things to do to help support each other. So that way, we're all in the same boat. So that's pretty much what the group is about. So why you should join. You're going to meet other teen parents and soon-to-be parents. This is a great place to ask questions. If it's a question that you don't want everybody to see, that's something that you could send to me personally. That's fine. Later in the presentation, I will give you my contact information. Keep in mind that all the other students that are in this group are going through the same things you are or similar. Again, we all may live in different places, maybe different ages, but again, we all have children, or we were pregnant at one point and now have children. So we're here to help each other out. So you can you're going to possibly help another student also, another teen parent. We're going to go through a lot of different tips and tricks, a lot of things to try to help guide you through all the craziness of being a parent. There's going to be some helpful resources. I have some currently, and then of course I'll reach out to like the success coaches, your mentors. They always have a lot of helpful resources also. And by resources, I mean things in the community, maybe other parent groups, ways to maybe help you if you're having a hard time financially to get some assistance. Anything that you may need, we're here for you and to help you out. And also, this is a way to take a break. Now, right now, your baby might be crawling all over you, or they might be napping. Hopefully, that would be nice. But again, this is a good way for you to just kind of mentally take a break from being an actual parent and maybe venting a little bit or saying what a good day or awful day you're having. So again, we're honest here. It's not always all roses. Topics that we'll cover. Car seat safety is a big one. A lot of times, I didn't even realize this. A lot of times you don't realize that the car seat's not positioned correctly, or it's not buckled correctly, it's not tight enough, or different things like that. So we'll go over that, especially with winter coming and with the coats and the sleepers and things like that that you put babies in. Some sleep safety tips, napping tips, how to get your baby on a good napping schedule. That's a huge one. I have a lot of my students in the past asking about getting on a schedule, because if you get your baby on a schedule, then you can set yourself up on a schedule to get your classwork done too. Tub safety, pool safety. Right now, obviously, we don't have to worry about the pools, but in the summer and spring you do. But, you know, bathtub safety, making time for yourself is probably one of the most important out of all these. Juggling schoolwork and being a parent, that's another big one. The importance of reading and talking to your baby, even though, again, they can't talk back, but, you know, everything that you say and do, they're watching your lips. That's where they're starting, that's their first steps towards literacy, and that's their first steps towards communication. So reading to your baby, even though, you know, he or she can't read or talk yet, is very, very, very important. Playtime tips, community resources, like I mentioned before, and there'll be much more things that you guys will probably come up with that, you know, we'll start discussing and going over. Okay. And just for a second, I know I'm sharing my screen with you, but I want to see if are there any questions or anything yet, or anything that you guys wanted to stop me on. And let's see, we have, and now can you guys, yeah, okay, to everyone, I see. Sorry, I was just double checking. In the past, I don't leave the chat open, so I was just wondering if you guys can see it. But so we have Selena, and she has one child, and she's turning, she is one, turning 2 in December, and her name is Mackenzie. Welcome, Selena. Let's see. Kylie has one child who's turning 5 months old soon, and his name is Grayson. Welcome, Kylie. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, so anyone else that wants to share, you know, go ahead and do that. If there's any questions or anything, let me know too. You guys can still hear me okay? Oh, Selena says she misses the baby ages. For me, I'm enjoying 6 because there's, you know, no late nights. Well, not always. There's not the late nights anymore, and, you know, the feedings, they become very independent, but I totally get what you're saying, Selena. The little snuggly ages where they want to, you know, sit with you and cuddle. They're very dependent at that age, not independent yet. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so to join the group, those of you that are here right now, I wrote your names down, so I will add you to the group if you would like. Again, it's not, don't feel like, oh, if I'm going to join that I'm committed to having to be somewhere, or that I have to always be at these Zoom lessons. It's just something, it's an option. It's somewhere, like I said, to take a break. So I'll put you in the group, and I'll email out every time we do have a meeting to get together and chat. So just let your teacher know that you, and then he or she will notify me. I'll add you to the group, and you'll receive updates in Edmentum, the messaging in Edmentum, which is very important. So make sure you're checking that every day, not just for this, but for your teachers and your mentors. And also, you can message me if you want to join. My name is at the bottom, so Mrs. Bishop is how you would search for me in Edmentum messages. My email's underneath there, Nicole T. And I never changed it to B, so just it's Nicole T. Looks like Nicolette at atsedu.net. Oh, I found this quote. I thought it was kind of cool. It says, "Yes, yes, you, the one reading this, you are beautiful, talented, amazing, and simply the best at being you." So never forget that. A lot of times, well, I'd probably say all the time, you forget that you need to take care of yourself once you have a little one. Again, it's fun, exciting, tiring, but then you have to remember to take care of yourself, because if you're not doing well yourself, then your baby will suffer. So yes, just a fun quote. And the last slide, I just put again my information. So if you guys want to jot that down, and you can also obviously use my email in my Edmentum messaging for anything. If you know, any time of the day you just want to message me and you have a question, or say I just need to talk, or I need to vent, You can also always call me in the office. I don't know why I didn't put that on there, but, you know, all of you should know the office number. If not, it's 800-297-2119. My extension is 237. So again, my extension is 237. So I will add you guys to the group, and I'll leave this up for a minute. And in the next week or so, I'll send out a message, a mass message to everyone that wants to join. If you guys have friends that are with us that didn't attend today, you just, you know, let them know about it if, you know, if you think that they would benefit from the group. And it, like, again, if you don't have children or if you're not expecting, you're still more than welcome. But this, I just want to give you guys an idea of what the group is all about. So do we have any questions or anything you guys wanted to share before we go? Does anyone have plans for Thanksgiving yet? You guys know what you're doing? This year we are actually staying. Normally we would try to go to the Lions game. That was kind of a fun tradition for a while. But then once I had my little one, which is now 6, kind of things changed. You get busy and different family things. So we're actually just going to stay home and relax and eat at home. We do the traditional turkey and all that fun stuff. Sometimes we deep fry it. Anyone else have any plans? Do you have any plans, Mr. Parmentier?
Probably watch football and eat turkey. I will say this, though, for the parents on here, this is a good way to just kind of get some advice. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask any of the moms or dads or teachers that are part of this group any help, any advice. We have access to resources that can help you. You know, regardless of what the situation is, we have a lot of resources available to us. So just make sure that if you're ever in question about anything parenting-wise and you're really unsure of how to do something and you don't really have people in your life to give you that advice, don't just wing it. Call us, you know, email us, ask us, you know, what should I do in this situation? You're not going to be bothering us. We like to help you because we needed help when we were parents too. And for some of us, you know, I wasn't a parent as a teenager, and I couldn't imagine how challenging that must be. So don't be afraid to ask for help because the help is here, and we want to help you because a happy parent raises a happy child. If you're unsure of how to handle your child and how to do things, that your baby's going to feel that frustration from you, and we don't want that, and I know you don't want that either.
Definitely. I agree 100%. Like I said, it's going to be a very laid back, non-judgmental, you know, group. We're just going to, you know, again, a lot of it, I mean, I think the biggest thing is I'm thinking back when I had my daughter, and again, I was not a teen parent, but it was still a huge struggle. So just because you're younger doesn't mean that, you know, adults that think, okay, cool, I'm ready for this, I'm planning this, doesn't mean that it wasn't hard at all. You know, it's just, it can be very difficult. But I, you know, look back and thought to myself, you know, everyone, you know, talks us up like this is a great time, it's fun, it's exciting, you love your baby, which of course all that is true, but nobody really wanted to bring up the hardships or how to deal with them. So that's like my biggest thing is I wanted to have a group that it's okay to say, I'm crying today and I don't know why, and my baby is driving me crazy. Like that's what we're here for too. I mean, we of course are going to share all the happy, fun times. We can even share pictures and do all that. That's fun too. But again, I want you guys to know that, okay, if you're going through it, you know, all your your students, your teachers are even possibly going through it. So it's not like it's just you at all. So that's the biggest thing. You have an outlet to reach out and vent. And then again, like I said, share the good times. So I'm really excited that you guys all showed up. Again, I will watch your inboxes in Edmentum. So I will send you guys a notification on our next meeting, and I'll let you know in the actual email about what the subject will be on. Okay, does anyone else have any questions or want to share anything else before we go? Okay, guys, and again, the teacher and me just want to remind you, make sure you're contacting your mentor every single Wednesday in the What's Up Wednesday email that you receive in Edmentum, and also make sure that you're communicating with your teachers and following their lead. So you guys have a great day, and work hard today and give your baby a hug and kiss. Bye, guys.